Handicapper Steve here, handicapping the racing from Churchill Downs here on Saturday. It is the 29th of November, 2025. Gonna look at the stakes races on the program from Churchill, but before I get on to that, remember to please follow me on Twitter at Horse Racing Kit 5 for more selections for race courses around the world, and I mean around the world. Let's look at the stakes action races 4, 8, 10, and 11. So quite a few races to look at here. The fourth race from Churchill, it is the Ed Brown Stakes. It's going for a $225,000 purse. Race for 2-year-olds here. 6 horses are going 1,300 meters or 6.5 furlongs on the main track. Going to take the 5-horse Stradale as a top selection. Going to go 5-1-6-2 in the superfecta. 5-1-6-2 super. Top selection 5-horse Stradale. This 2-year-old hold by Yopan here. Steve Asmussen trained. Joel Rosario gets the mount on this horse. They think highly of him because they bought him for $1.3 million earlier this year. But most recent outing came at Churchill, 26th of October, 6 furlongs in the main special weight. Took him 4 starts to break the main. He wasn't running half bad in all those races, but just took him 4 starts to break the main. But he finally did last time out, winning by 5 1/4 lengths. He sat back early after not the best beginnings and a very wide trip, breaking 10 of 12. But he settled well towards the backpack, circled the field late, he quickened him nicely, and he got the job done. 85 buyer. I thought that was a substantial effort that day. Refreshing here, back to stakes, quality horses, back to a sprinting trip, which I think he should do wonders with. I think he could find a trip to win again here today. Ran 2 back in the Champagne here in New York at Aqueduct, a mile on the 4th of October, and he finished 5th by 12 lengths that day. And he didn't get out of the gate so clearly. And, the winner just ran a much better race. This horse just wasn't getting into it. I thought they were asking a little bit too much too soon. But I also think he's going to be probably better back 7 or 6.5 like he's running today. 3 back he ran on the 30th of August at Saratoga, 7 furlongs in the main special weight. They finished second by a neck that day, and he was with them early on. He yielded right before the wire. What can you do? Just couldn't stay that last half furlong there. And then on debut at Saratoga in mid-July, 6 furlongs in the main special weight, finishing third by 3.5 lengths. Not the best beginnings. He moved a little bit late, but he still needs to improve a lot. I think with all the buyer numbers, he's really improved a lot. Refreshing here at 2-1, I think he can win. The one horse Gallivant for Ben Colebrook and Luan Machado can win also. I thought his win in the Bowman Mill at Keelan going 6th last month was quite impressive, winning by half a dozen, coming from the back of the pack. In that small field, he really showed potential that day with a 91 buyer, quick time also. On debut in early October, Keelan going 6th in the main special weight, where he finished third by 2 1/4 lengths. He just kind of yielded before the wire, but again, he showed some speed. He's training well, Keelan. Refreshing here at 3-1. I'll give him a shot on the ticket. But to recount my selection for the fourth from Churchill now, it's Ed Brown. I'm going to take the 5-horse straddle. With kudos to the 1-horse Gallivant. 5-1-6-2 super, 5-1 in the multi-race. Let's head over to race number 8 from Churchill now, which is the Fern Creek Stakes. It's going for a $225,000 purse race for 2-year-old fillies. Field of 10 horses going 1,300 meters or 6.5 furlongs on the main track. Gonna take the 6-horse Fine Chardonnay as a top selection. 6-1-2-3 for me in the superfecta. 6-1-2-3 super. Top selection 6-horse Fine Chardonnay. This cheer filled by McLean's Music. Ian Wilkes trains. Tyler Gaffleone gets to mount. I ran the horse most recently in the Myrtle Wood at Keeneland, 6 furlongs, 24th of October, and he went by a length that day, and he saw some pace to close up into. He sat back early, he moved a lot late, and he got the job done. A very good performance. 76 bar wasn't probably the fastest race we'll ever see for a 2-year-old, not as fast as the Colts won in that card at Keeneland that day. It was still a good effort. I think refreshing here, again, getting a half furlong extra. She really improved off that run. She ran 2 back in the main special weight here at Churchill, 6 furlongs on the 11th of September, and she went by 2 lengths that day. And again, from a track and trip, she was a little bit wide, but she got down the race course well, going away the victor. A very, very good race. She's training well locally, coming here with a good poster of 5-2. I think she can improve a lot. I think the rail horse here, Solomon Vow, Corral Stoll and Brian Hernandez can win also. And most recently, the main special weight over the 6 here in October, or at Keelan over the 6, where she won by 2 1/4 lengths that day. And again, saw pace to close up until she was very wide, but she got the job done. Prior to that, on debut, in her sophomore effort here, Churchill going 6 in a main special weight back in September. A Fine Chardonnay actually broke her main that day. This horse actually finished third by 2 lengths. She was setting the pace and just kind of collapsed under the pressure late, but she was flying up front. I think if they let her run like she did last time out at Keelan, where she gained some ground from the back of the pack, I think she could win. Her workout patterns have been very good since her last race. Refreshing her at 6-1. Multi-race scenario, pick 5 begins with this race. I'll definitely use her there. But to recap my selection for the 8th now, now from Churchill. It is the Ferns Creek. Going to take the 6 horse Blind Chardonnay. Give kudos to the 1 horse Almond Vow. 6-1-2-3 Super. 6-1 in the multi race. To the 10th race now from Churchill, which is the Kentucky Jockey Club Stakes. It's a Grade 2 event going for a $400,000 purse race for 2-year-olds here. Field of 7 horses going 1,700 meters or a mile 16th here in the Kentucky Jockey Club. I'm going to take the 4 horse Soldier and Diplomat. 4-7-2-6 for me in the superfecta. 4-7-2-6 super. Top selection 4 horse Soldier and Diplomat. This 2-year called by Army Mule. Steve Asmussen trains. Tyler Gaffleone gets them out. Horse's most recent appearance at the races came the 26th of October here at Churchill. The 1 turn mile and optional 100 clamor, going up in trip. He won by 9 lengths that day and saw good pace to close up into. He quickened up nicely and just kept going. First start around 2 turns here today shouldn't be a problem. I think he should go up a lot. First, back to stakes quality horses. I think he's sitting on a very good run. He's breaking the trip through and through. He ran 2 back in the hopeful at Saratoga, 1st September back in early September, where he where he finished 4th by 12 1/4 lengths. Ted Nafi freaked that day, went on to win the Breeders' Futurity, went on to win the Breeders' Cup after that. This horse just was a little bit wide, but he got beat by a better horse on the day. And then prior to that debut, going 6th in Saratoga main special weight. He won by a neck that day. He had to grind it out to the wire, but he held on to the race. A very good, strong performance. He's training well at Churchill since his last race. Here around 2 turns for the first time. I think at 4-1 he could get a piece of it. I think the 7 horse here, Universe, could win also for Kenneth McPeak and Brian Hernandez. On debut, he won quite impressively in late August, Saratoga going 7, where he won by 4.5 lengths, closing up from the back of the pack. Came back to run the Champagne, ran an okay third place finish. He didn't get out of the gate so clearly, which probably cost him that day. But came back to run a very good place in the street sense where he just kind of yielded before the wire, but he showed potential. Gonna have to overcome a wide poster here today, but back around 2 turns, I'll give him a shot. He's really run, terrific under the radar races in his last few runs. But to recap my selections now for the 10th from Churchill, it is the Kentucky Jockey Club. We're going to take the 4 horse Soldier and Diplomat. Give kudos to the 7 horse Universe. 4-7-2-6 Super. 4-7 in the multi race. Now let's get to the 11th race now from Churchill, which is the Golden Rod Stakes. It's a Grade 2 event going for a $400,000 purse race for 2-year-old fillies. Big field of 12 horses entered. We're going to actually be down to, 13 horses entered, but we'll be down to a field of 12 horses because the 12 horse Explorer will be scratched. So 12 horses going 1,700 meters or a mile 16th on the main track. Going to take the number 6 horse here, Life of Joy, 6-5-11-3 in the superfecta, 6-5-11-3 super, top selection 6 horse, Life of Joy. This 2-year-old filly by Gunrunner. Brad Cox trains. Ira Ortiz Jr. gets them out. The horse's most recent appearance came on the 26th of October at Churchill, mile 16th in the Rags to Riches, where she won by 2 1/4 lengths that day. It was a small compact group of horses that day, but she settled well towards the back of the pack. When she circled the field late, she was much the best. She opened up late. That was a good run. She gets a very good poster here today. She's going to see some pace to close up into, and I think she's sitting on an improvement of a run. She ran on debut early October at Indiana, a mile in the main special weight, where she won by 14 3/4 lengths that day. Everybody and her mother seemed to know that she was going to win that day, and she did just that. She sat back early again, circled the field late, and probably could have won by more, but De La Cruz, who rode the horse, steered her down late. That was an impressive race. Let me hear start number 3. Back to stakes quality horses. I think she's sitting on a very good run. But I also think the 5 horse here. Let me account the ways for Mike Maker and Joel Quinn also. New York bred here coming to face Open Company for the first time. Ran against State Breds most recently. They made a miss about a month ago at Aqueduct. Over the 1 turn mile, winning by 6 lengths that day. She had a very, very wide trip that day, but she kept going. A very, very good race. Prior to that, on the front end, going 6 in the main special weight at Aqueduct for State Breds, winning by 5 1/4 lengths. Again, she's done everything right on the front end. She's coming here the first time, 2 turns. She's never really been behind horses. Before. She's always been setting the pace. She might be behind horses for the first time here today. Let's see how she can handle it. But I think at 9-2, she has a lot of speed into her. I'll give her a shot on the ticket. And also watch out for the 11 horse here, who is Bella Ballerina for Tyler and Brendan Walsh. She ran most recently on debut, going 6 at Keelan in the main special, where she won by 4 1/4 lengths. So she really gained a lot of ground late. I'm here around 2 turns. for 2 turns for the first time, which she's bred for through and through. You know, if she doesn't win today, she's a horse you want to keep on your radar as the Brendan Walsh team head to New Orleans in the next few weeks. I think she has a good pedigree, and that's going to really do wonders for her. But this is an exciting horse also. But to recap my selection for the 11th from Churchill is the Goldenrod. We're going to take the 6-horse Life of Joy, give kudos to the 5-horse Count. Let Me Count the Ways, and the 11th horse Bella Ballerina. 6-5, 11-3 Super, 6-5, 11 in the multi race. With that being said, good luck to all. Please follow me on Twitter at Horse Racing Kid 5. Good luck, everybody.